Everyone, welcome to Jesus TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. I hope we are all doing fine. Okay, so please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share my videos, and don't forget to comment nicely. Yes, please subscribe to my channel. And your beautiful comments, I really appreciate you all for your comments and all your support to my channel. I really appreciate you all. So, but I really told you people that I'll be coming live more often because it is more easier for me to come live and say what I want to say, then go off and go back to what I want to do for the day. So a lot of us know that there is a little misunderstanding in the palace, and the misunderstanding is all about some people are beginning to reason that uh Olori is always she's always with the king, like she's always with the king. Like, why is it that the king is always going everywhere with her instead of other people? Why is it that she doesn't give other people space to uh go go out with the king? Like, she's always in the front. She wants to be everywhere. She wants to be with the king and all that. Like, they said, if it is maybe an invite where they say come with your one wife or two wives, or let me say one wife, she must be there. She's always the first person that the king will pick. But that is a gist we'll complete for another day. I just heard it, but that is a gist for another day. If you view my title, the title of this topic today, you will see that I wrote Ooni of Ife begs Queen Naomi to come back for come back to the palace for this Xmas. It's not to stay. So for people that are wondering, is she coming to stay in Ife? No, to spend. I feel they said that the king invited all his family members, all his children. They should come back for this Christmas, for this gathering. I don't know what the urgent gathering is all about, but they said they should all come back, that he has something important he wants to share with them. He wants all his children, all his family members to come, and that he has something he wants to share with them, and that includes Queen Naomi. That Queen Naomi should also come with the prince. Of course, the prince is uh his first son, so he should be there for every meeting, every gathering. Hi, Jenny Life in Canada, welcome. So, and thank you for coming around to my life. So that Ooni of Ife invited Queen Naomi to come back for this gathering. He wants all his children, all his family members, everybody to come, and he has an important information he wants to share. Like, he wants a family gathering, and which is very nice. Like, a man with a large family should always have gathering with his family to bring his family together. And I really admire the king, and he's a family man. He has a large family now, so he should be able to carry everybody along so that nobody will feel left out. So the Ooni of Ife inviting all his family members for this Christmas, for this gathering, will be massive. Who knows what he wants to talk about? Who knows what he wants to address? And everybody is literally coming back. Ashley is already on her way. Olori Elizabeth should also be on her way if her pregnancy permits. If she's not, I mean, I don't know if she can come, but she's almost due for delivery. Of course, Olimiran is around, Oloronke is around, and Olori Toby is also around. Olori Tomitope is also around. So they are all here. So he's begging Queen Naomi to join them. He's begging Queen Naomi to come back and join them. Bring Prince Tade, since you cannot uh, send Prince Tade with any nanny, and you cannot leave it in the care of anybody, and which is totally understandable. So I heard that Queen Naomi said she might come and she might be there with her son, but it's not guaranteed yet. But the king wants to make sure that Queen Naomi comes with the prince. And also, she's also giving excuse because of her studies, because you all know that she's still in school and trying to round up with uh, a course, of course, trying to make her life better. So if there is holiday, she will definitely think about it. But if Queen has started coming out, she will go there. Nobody can tell her anything. For her to even summon courage to come for the event, the Ojaja Park that the Ooni of Ife opened, you will know that she's ready. She's ready for anything. I mean, what is there to be ashamed of? What is there to be scared of? She was there before every other person, and if we're going to speak about it like that, she deserves every opportunity to be there. And of course, she's still very much married to the king, just like uh most of the women in the king's life that refuse to be recognized. They just want to be by the side. They don't want to show their faces. They don't want to be known. They don't want to be used in. Most people like privacy a lot. They don't like uh celebrity lifestyle. They don't want to be known. They just want to be themselves and love whoever they are loving. So Queen Naomi is I know Queen Naomi is avoiding polygamy. They will always tell people to avoid polygamy, because if it is not from the wives, it might come from the children. And I totally understand her, because people that grew up in a polygamous home, they will never advise anybody to go with polygamy. It is always a toxic. It's the environment is always toxic, and the people there are always pushed. Most good people in that marriages are always pushed to the limit. So nobody wants to be in a polygamous environment. Doesn't always end up well. And I'm sure that Queen Naomi is trying to avoid that for her son, but she cannot avoid it, because they are all into it now, very much deep into it. you know it's just for the king to arrange his home and make sure that everybody knows their limits. Everybody knows their limits. You understand? So that is just it. And Queen Naomi knows what she wants. So I don't know why people don't want her to come back. I don't know why people are scared. Most people are really scared for her, because they feel that she's still as naive as she used to be, and they don't want her to get involved with anything polygamy. So, but she's still very much married to the king. So you will see more of her. You'll see more of her. So for those of you that are saying that the people that are supposed to be family, people that are supposed to be friends with Queen Naomi, abandoned her when she needed them most. Now that they are seeing that she's reconciling with the king, they want to be friends with her and they want to be friends with her, and she already knows people that love her and people that were there because of what they can get from her. Of course, everybody wants something from somebody. No, 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 nothing is, most people, nothing is free now. People that are close to you, either they want something from you or you want something from them. No relationship is pure, no relationship is sincere anymore, only for few relationships. So, and the people that used to invite Queen Naomi for church programs that stopped, I wonder how they will be feeling now, because uh, bloggers mentioned it that most people that used to invite her, the queen, come to my church, the queen, come to this place, the queen, let us host crusades together, let's do this together, let's do that. Most of them stopped. And well, I understand they don't want to have issues with the king, because as of then, when it happened, when it started happening, it was very, very severe, that everybody wants to dodge their head. Even if they want to still be friends with Queen Naomi, they don't want to do it in public. Let it not be like they were against the king. They are signing Queen Naomi. They just don't want to be in the middle, which is totally understandable. And Queen Naomi, in the other hand, let them be. She just stayed with her family and stayed away with from people. She stayed away from people that are not there for her, that doesn't want to be there for her. Well, we don't know if Queen Naomi is going to honor the king's invitation, but yes, Jenny Life in Canada said, "God bless the king. God bless him real good." Is that I used to say, one of my videos, I said that the king is a very good person. He has a good heart, but of course, everybody have their weaknesses, and his weakness, we all know, is not something I want to mention, and which he was actually trying to work on, and now he's married the women in his life. There's nothing like this woman, this, the king, this. And of course, before you, as a woman that is admiring the king, will go to the palace to see the king, to speak with him, or to showcase yourself, or to be his woman, you have to think twice, because the king have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women in his life, permanently in his life. So you cannot just go there to say, I want to go and see the king. All like before, that's what they said, that's the way they used to come to the king, to see if the king will like them and to be friends with the king. Okay, so I heard it is that Marian doesn't allow every other person to go out with the king. Like, she wants to uh be everywhere with the king, even with her baby bump. Like, even why would she even go out to, the place that Ooni of Ife's son, the place that he opened in Lagos, is like a big resort. Yes, there's golf game there. You can use the boats, I don't know what they call it, in the sea, drive around, boat cruise. Yes, there's boat cruise, there's a lot hotel where you can relax in case you want to lodge there. So the king was to visit all these places in that place, just, and to perform every activity in that place. And of course, he went with Olori Mariam, and he also went to pray for his son to invite him for the opening of his place. That he went to bless the place, and he went with Olori Mariam. He didn't sit well with a lot of people. Like, why would she go there with her baby bump and even enter the boat with her baby bump and all that? Well, if the husband did not invite her, she wouldn't have gone. And I told you people recently that I will still tell people that she still remains the Yellow of Ile-Ife, the first wife of the king, until further notice. Because as the first wife, she's going to be going everywhere with the king. If they invited, like, a if they invited if they invited the queen, if they invited Olori, if they invited Olori Mariam to the occasion, you will not tell her not to go. And she's the Olu of Ile-Ife. She's the Olu of Ile-Ife, and she has every she has every right to go wherever her husband wants her to go. So you don't tell Olori Mariam what to do. She wants to go. After all, the other occasion she was not there due to some reasons we still didn't know. And yes, if her husband said, okay, you were not able to come for the opening of the Ojajamo, we want you to come for this, why won't she go? She has to go. She's the Oluwa for now until Queen Naomi is fully back and ready to take up her responsibilities. Yes, she's back with the king, but she has not resumed her duties as the Olu of Ile-Ife, and she has not uh, resumed her duties as the king's as the king's uh, wife fully. But yes, she's the king's wife, but she has not fully resumed as the um Yoru of Ile-Ife. That position will not be empty waiting for Queen Naomi. And you don't expect the king to wait for her to resume her duty. You don't expect the king to force her to resume her responsibilities when there are other capable people there to do it. So Olori Mariam is the Yoru of Ile-Ife, whether you like it or not. So she has every right to go to anywhere she wants to go with the king and anytime that she pleases. So if her entering, yes, I don't know about the boat cruise and all that, if she really entered the boat with her pregnancy, but I shall know she went to have fun with her husband. Her husband, that sounds nice in my mouth. So her husband, the king is their husband, so they are proud to be his wives, and they are all into it with their whole hearts, with their whole chests. They are all into it with their whole hearts, with their whole chest. So, and as a Olu of Ile-Ife, if she doesn't want to go, she will be the one to appoint who will represent her in any of their wives. She can say, Oloritobi, can you go for this? Of course, but Oloritobi cannot be going everywhere because it was in Lagos, so she can go. Oloritobi can go because Oloritobi stays in Lagos. But maybe she was not disposed at that moment. Of course, you know that she too, Oloritobi, has two children to cater for, so she cannot be everywhere every time, you know. And Olori Temitope, I heard she's backing her money, her NGO projects from one African country to another. You all don't know. That woman is mad. I mean, she's the she's an Ijebu princess before she became a queen. So you know that she's already mad and a celebrity on her own. And of course, she likes living a secluded lifestyle. She wants to stay on her own, a secluded lifestyle. She's not a loud person, but she just wants to do her thing and just go. So that's why you hardly hear of Olori uh Olori Temitope everywhere. So, but I will be happy if Naomi comes back. Like you can imagine, with Prince Tade in the palace and everything. So no, but everybody is rooting for her to come back. To finally make up her mind to, go back to the palace. But not like living in the palace. Visit the palace often. Visit the king often in the palace, and yes, with the prince, because she's going to be visiting whether you like it or not, she's supposed to be visiting the king now with her son, so that the son can get used to the environment, because when they left the palace, Prince Tade was still a baby, so he knows nothing about the palace. So whether you like it or not, Queen Naomi will visit the palace because the son will push him to visit the palace. Yes. Her son, Prince Tade, will start asking questions. He's growing. If he has not even started asking questions, he's 4 years old. A 4 years old child, has started having ideas, started asking questions. Mommy, what is going on? Where is my daddy? How can we visit my daddy? When are we going to visit my daddy? I'm sure, left for Queen Naomi, with all that she passed through, I'm sure that was the reason she honored the king's invitation, because Prince Tade has started asking questions. He is 4 years old. He is growing. When other people's children comes to the school to pick, other people's parents go to the school to pick their words, he will see them and be like, Mommy, when is daddy coming to pick me? He will ask questions. He is a child. He is a son. Coupled with the fact where they say his father is still alive, very much alive, very wealthy, very, very good looking, a king, a well-known king. People should be reasoning it. So that is the more reason we should encourage Queen Naomi to head back, because Prince Tade has started asking questions already. I know Queen Naomi's feelings. For her to go for that occasion, you know that it is not going to be easy for her, because the prince has started asking questions. The prince don't they ask questions like now. You know, the prince don't they ask questions like, my father, who is my father? When am I going to visit my daddy? What's going on and all that. He's 4 years old. Even a 3 years old, from 3 years old, yes, 3 years old, they start asking questions. Now he's 4 years old, and he sees most of his other pupils asking questions, seeing them with their fathers in school, and you don't expect Prince Tade not to ask the mom what is going on. When are we going to visit my daddy and all that? Why is my daddy not coming to pick me from school and all that? Why is my daddy not coming to pick me from school and all that? So you don't expect him not to ask questions. He started asking questions. For when Naomi to make up her mind to go for that event, it is not easy for her, honestly. And you can see that in that event, that the prince, the mom, when Naomi, she doesn't even want anybody to know that, oh, she's there. She went to greet the king with her son and her sister. And after greeting the king, she was like, oh, prince, let's go back. She wanted to take her son back to where they were sitting. They were hiding. She wants to hide herself. She doesn't want anything to show her that she even came for the occasion. But children will always show you that, they will always show you pepper. They will always show you that they are children. Take it from me. Do you understand? So when she was trying to take back the prince to their seat where they were sitting, the prince refused to go back to with his mom. He started dancing there. And Queen Naomi spray him money. So, okay, is it money that you're dancing for? Because he was holding, children, he was holding the money, he was dancing, the other people were spraying him money, he was still dancing. Queen Naomi now sprayed him money and spray money on him, and I said, okay, yeah, let's go. The money is, you're holding money in your hands. And the prince refused to go back to his chair where he was. He wants to stay with his dad, which he later sat with his dad, the king. Children will show you pepper. So if you people are telling Queen Naomi not to return back to her husband, will you tell the son not to ask for the father? That is the problem that women have. That is the problem that we have mostly in marriages. And especially the children will always want to go back to their father. The children will always, if their father is a good person, or not a good person. They want to see with their two eyes until they feel it. They live by themselves. You cannot, as a mother, push them away or tell them what to do and what not to do. That is children for you. So Naomi is going to have a lot of difficulties not going to Ife, not taking the prince to see his father. And of course, sometimes even if once he is old enough, like let's say from 12 years, 13 years, 15, 14 years, 15 years, and he can travel on his own, most of you will be seeing Prince Tade more often in the palace. In fact, he's literally going to live in the palace with his father. Take it from me. You can ask the first princess, because if you're saying that the princess is very, very close to the dad, yes, the first princess, you all know her name, and she's always, you know how close she is with her father. Despite the fact that her mom and the dad were not married, they just dated and they had had her. You can see that she was so close to her father, because at a certain age in her life, she started asking for her dad, and most times she goes to visit her dad. So that was how they became close. Like for women, we'll be like, don't even go close to the man. Just stay. Let the man be talking to you through me. But it's not going to be like that forever. So that's why I'm saying that at the time, Queen Naomi is now forced to be visiting the palace not by the king. The king is begging her, but at a time the king will stop begging her, because she'll be forced by the son to visit the palace, because he is so curious, especially sons that are proud of their father. I mean, if let's assume that your husband is doing well, your husband is a good man, your husband is a well-known man. Okay, let me not say okay, your husband is a well-known man, personalities. He's a father figure to so many people. He's a you that is telling Queen Naomi not to go. Let's assume you are a child and that is your father. Wouldn't you be proud to be associated with him? Wouldn't you be proud to say, that is my father? Wouldn't you be proud to say, did you see me with my father? Wouldn't you be proud to say, I went to visit my father? That is the way it is going to be. That is the way it is going to be with Prince and his father. So I'm not saying this. I'm saying this because for you to say Queen Naomi in that occasion, stop blaming her. You should be considerate and consider her son as well, what she as a mother is going through, because her son is becoming very, very inquisitive. Mommy, why can't we visit daddy? Mommy, I want to see daddy. Mommy, when other people are talking about their children, of course, when they get to school, they talk about their home. My daddy bought this for me. My daddy took me out. My daddy loves me. It has not gotten to the stage where he will start saying, do you know that my daddy is a king? He's the Ooni of Ife. Do you know? No, Prince Ade doesn't need to say that, because he's everywhere. He's in all the blogs. So literally, if even the children in his class, their parents will recognize that this is the Ooni of Ife's son. Because why? He is a celebrity as well. He's in all the blogs. Like, his face is everywhere. So you cannot see the king's son and not recognize that this is the king's son, Prince Tade, the first son. So he's a celebrity as well. So why I'm saying this is that instead of being angry with Queen Naomi that she honored the invitation of her husband with her son, you should be proud of her, because I mean, this is better she do it now than do it later, because when she's going to do it later, it's going to be a little bit too late, and it might not go well as she wants it. So I'm sure she's a very sensible woman, an intelligent woman. She knows what is coming. She has a son, and the son will be asking of his daddy, and the son will want to sit close to his daddy. Take for instance the event, what happened at the event. You all were there. You saw Prince Tade. If Prince Tade was not there, you might probably not know that Queen Naomi was in the crowd. She honored the kings. She might not even go. She might not even go to honor her husband's invitation, because she doesn't want wahala. but the son is involved. Her son is there. So she has to honor the husband's invitation because of her son. If you think of it, it is even Prince Tade that pushed Naomi to go for the event, not even the people, not even the king. It's Prince Tade that said, let's go to, I want to see my daddy. So she will be like, okay, let's use this opportunity for you to see your daddy and spend time with daddy. You can see that Prince, the you can see that the prince the prince refused to leave the daddy's side. Yes, he refused to leave the daddy's side. That is a male child. That is a male child. So I'm saying this because me, I will say my mind. If you, as a mother, you ask mothers, especially the ones that separated with their husbands, what are their challenges? I don't want to bring in other family people issues here. I don't want to talk about it because it's none of my business. I've decided that I wasn't going to get involved with anything that is not. Most of the gist I bring in here is Davido's gist, all this Davido's gist, and mostly the king's gist, kingship gist, royalty gist, and all that. So, but if I'm to bring in another, there's this family that they're having issues now, and I will not mention names here because it's none of my business. This is not, I don't bring more of it here, but I bring the gist sometimes here, but not every time. But in my life, I'm going to be talking about more of royalties, Queen Naomi's gist, what I heard, and I'll still give my own opinion. Just like I said, there's this family that the husband left the wife to marry. You know the story. He impregnated another woman, and from when they want to hide to give birth to the child, they gave birth to the child. When they want to hide it and all that, to go and pay her dowry, that was how the wife knew about it. They had 4 children, and they were still talking about it. They were still on the issue. According to what I was hearing then, that the first son, the late first son, God rest his soul, irrespective of what was happening, he was visiting his father. He even traveled to another state where the father's woman, abi wife, second wife, stays with the father. The first son, like, he stays with the daddy. He traveled with the daddy before he got back to school. Another, the story is history. That's none of my business. I don't want to talk about it on this live. So what am I saying? Even first son, children will always follow their father. Do you understand? Except in a situation whereby they are saying with their 2 eyes that this issue is beyond us and our daddy is the reason for this. That is when they dislike the other parents. It could be the mom, or it could be the man, or the father. So what am I saying in essence? What I'm saying is that Queen Naomi will definitely have to encounter this issue of the prince wanting to always be with the daddy. The prince wanted to always go to visit the dad, spend time with the dad and all that. I mean, she saw some of it in the occasion. Like, the king had to say, bring chair for my son. They had to bring chair for his son to sit close to him, because they were very, very close before Queen Naomi left the palace. I mean, the king was so used to the son. Even when they were having issues, according to the gist, people that brought gist, that the king bought car for Queen Naomi to use and be taking the son to school. The house where Queen Naomi is living in Lagos, they said it's the king that bought the house for the Queen Naomi because of, not just because of his wife, but because of his son. He wants his son to be comfortable. And most of the things, the sponsors, the birthday party, he's a good father. One good thing you should know about the king is that he always wants to get involved with his children, or everything concerning his children. He gets involved irrespective of the issues he's having with the mother of the child is always involved. And that is one good aspect of him. You know that he's a good father. That is why all his children wants to be, they want to be identified with him. You know what, apart from the surname, apart from the fact that his royalty, he's a big name in Nigeria, they want to be associated with him because he's a good person. He's a good father. Like, he doesn't neglect his children. He has none of his children. He doesn't neglect, from the first one that bloggers used to carry, the first daughter, to all his children. He doesn't neglect them. He is always involved. Even the people that he adopted, he doesn't neglect them. He's always involved. So why should he neglect his own biological children? So that is the difficulty Naomi is going to be encountering in future. In fact, she has started encountering it. The prince will always ask for his dad. He will always want to go to visit his dad. He always want to go visit his dad, and so that is it. So that is the issue. Let's encourage Queen Naomi, because and pray for her as well, because that's the issue she'll be doing. So that you not feel like anytime you see her in the palace, she's working, she's trying to come back to the palace. No. Or she wants the king to marry her again, to love her. Therefore, her, if she doesn't have a child for the king, she would have moved on with her life. Just like uh Queen Wura moved on with her life. There was no child involved. So this one, there is a child involved. So the child will always remind you that, what of my father? What of my father? I want to see my father. What's going on and all that. Even if you want to forget, the child will always put it out on your face. My daddy, my father, my father. I want to go and see my father, my this, my dad, and that. So she's going to encounter that difficulty. Yes. She was able to stay. She was able to try to forget because the prince was still a baby. But now she's going to encounter a lot of difficulty. Excuse me. What is it? Yes, sorry, I'm back. So that is it. She's going to encounter a lot of difficulties in future, and the difficulties is because of her son asking of the daddy, wanting to go to Ife and all that. So you push, you better make up your mind that you are going to be seeing more of Queen Naomi in the palace. And it is not because for her own sake, and because she's not a selfish mother, and she cannot do anything, she cannot do she cannot do anything about it. It is because of the prince. So let us encourage her while the sun still shines. Yes, let's make hay while the sun still shines. So thank you also very much for always coming around. And yes, for those of you that joined me in my life, I really appreciate you all. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Gistos TV. You'll be asking, what do I do in this channel? I bring gist to you. Whatever happens, I bring it to you. I tell you, this is what I heard. I give my own opinion. I listen to your own opinion. And I still come back to still say, this is what I feel. And that is it. So thank you all so very much for coming to this space. Yes, I just started doing live coming live 3 days ago, and I think I've started enjoying this YouTube live instead of just posting videos for people to watch. I'm enjoying the YouTube live, and I'm sure with time we get to grow and it gets to get better. And yes, I'm still learning a lot in this YouTube live, and hopefully, hopefully we will get better in this space. So please, I'm pleading, let us encourage Queen Naomi to return back to the Ife for the sake of her son. Yes, she's still very much married to the king, that we know, but she needs to participate more in everything that concerns the palace for the sake of her son. Not because of the palace, not because of the chair, be the throne or anything. For the son to learn more about the father's culture, the father's tradition, things about palace. He will definitely need it in future, and he might resent, resent, resent Queen Naomi in future if she doesn't allow him to participate in most of these things. Not like he will hate his mom, but he will resent her and be like, and put blames on her, like, why didn't you? So if she didn't fight for herself, for what she wanted, she should at least fight for her son. And yes, and everybody's feel like, we don't care now, we don't care now, but maybe probably in the future be like, Prince Tade doesn't even know about this. He doesn't know about this culture. He doesn't know about this tradition. You don't even come often when the father was there to learn, to know, those kind of little talks will be coming up. And it is totally avoidable. The Queen Naomi will have to use her number 6, her initiative, to make it work for her son, not for herself, for her son. So put him through, let him go close to his father more often to learn more of the ways of the kingship, the Ife people, and all that. It's going to be helpful to him in the future. And so that is it. Thank you so very much for always coming around, for viewing my channel, for your positive comments. Yes, Jenny Life in Canada, thank you for always showing up. She said, God bless the king. Of course, the king is blessed and he's a good person. And of course, God will continue to bless him. Everybody have their weaknesses, and he's human, he's not an exception. So, and his weaknesses, he's trying to tackle, he's trying to preserve, which is really, really going well for him, because all these few months has been one of the happiest months for him. It's been winning upon winning, from Oloritobi giving birth to twins, a princess and a prince, to Olori Ashley giving birth to a prince, to Queen Naomi even coming around with Prince Tade, and him opening his Ojaja more. He's winning all through. Like, he's really, really happy. He's been so happy. He's been so happy. For the king to have granted an interview like that, to talk about people that mocked him. He's human. The things you say get to him. That is why I say people should always be careful with what they say to people. You don't know what is going through in their mind. You don't know what they are going through. So always be kind with your words. I know, like, some people are naturally verbally strong. Let me not say abusive. I don't want to use that word. But you can as well try to learn how to speak to people, or talk in a polite manner, in a way that they understood what you're trying to say, the message you're trying to pass, but it doesn't have to pierce into their heart that deep. Do you understand? So that's being polite, charismatic, talking like Abi. How do they put it? In a charismatic manner, Abi, in a polite manner. I don't know, Sha. I just know, Sha. I just know that speaking to people in a polite manner means, not being too harsh with your words. So, my beautiful people, encourage me to always come for this life because I'm enjoying this life. I feel like I'm interacting with you people one on one, like, because sometimes when I post a video and people say something, before I even reply the comments, I'll be like, how do I even explain to this person what I meant or what I feel like should be done? Do you understand? So it takes me a lot of time to reply to comments. Like, I keep one, but here live, I feel like I'm interacting with you. I'm conversing with you. I'm seeing you live, and I'm saying to you to your face, this thing that I heard, I don't think it's like this. I think it is like that. What do you think? And I give out my own advice. And yes, this is what Jesus TV is all about. If I hear gist, I bring the gist to you, and I'll tell you that is what I feel like. So thank you also very much for always coming around. I've stayed like 46 minutes, 19 seconds, I'll be 20 seconds, which is really, really a lot. I would love to stay more, but I need to check on other things. So, but I just really want to talk about this because it's, I felt it in my spirit, like, why not talk about this thing? Because a lot of people are really, really angry about Naomi coming for the king's occasion, being invited, and she went for it. Wow, why? And she shouldn't have gone for it. And they are not happy. She too, she didn't want to go. You can see that she was dragging feet, from the way she was dressed. Anyways, every other person was dressed casually, so you don't expect her to dress gang. No. And the king was dressed the prince was dressed casually too. It was, I'm sure on the invitation it was written it is a casual thing. So dress casually. So they all dress casually to it and all that. So yes, I to me, I'm encouraging her to go often. Whenever her husband invites her for an event, don't listen to what people are going to say. Go for it. Go for what your heart believes in. That's what I can say. So thank you so very much for always coming around. I always thank you people. But people are not doing me good. Sometimes you're not doing me good, and most of you reply in a rude manner, and it doesn't sit well with me. But so thank you all for always coming around, for viewing my channel, for your like and for your comments. I really appreciate you all. God bless you, and yes, have a blessed day.